Hello, welcome to Maiduguri, Borno State. I am Imewori Uhiemokai. This is my story of my 1-week sojourn in a state that was once known as a war zone. I must tell you that when I was told I was coming to Maiduguri, it wasn't an easy decision to make. Friends and family didn't make the decision easier for me as they expressed fear over my sojourn in what is known as a Boko Haram state. Of course, for the last 6 years, you must have noticed or you know that Boko Haram has ravaged the northeastern part of Nigeria, especially this state called Borno, which is said to be the origin of Boko Haram itself. The story is unique, and my experience, as you will find, is something that you will envy. Welcome to Maiduguri, Borno State. We are on a path to recovery. Borno, also known as Borno State, is a state in northeastern Nigeria. Its capital is Maiduguri. The state was formed in 1976 from the split of the northeastern state. Until 1991, it contained what is now Yobe State. The state is dominated by the Kanuris. Other smaller ethnic groups such as Babo and Magi are also found in the southern part of the state. Shua Arabs are mainly the descendants of Arab people and is an example of the endurance of traditional political institutions in some areas of Africa, where the emirs of the former Kanem Borno Empire have played a part in the politics of this area for nearly 1,000 years. Current dynasty gained control of the Borno Emirate in the early 19th century and was supported by the British, prevented a military defeat for the group, and established a new capital for the dynasty at Maiduguri, or Yawa as referred to by the natives, in 1905, which remains the capital to this day. Mala Kachala was elected governor of Borno State in 1999 under the flagship of the then APP, All People's Party, later ANPP, All Nigerian People's Party. Ali Modu Sharif was elected governor of Borno State in April 2003. Ali Sharif was the first governor in Borno State to win the seat 2 consecutive times. Kashim Shettima, an agricultural economist, former banker and politician, was first elected governor of Borno State in 2011 and is in his second term as governor, having won convincingly in the 2015 elections. The peace that seemed to cascade through the state was truncated in 2009 with the rise of the terror inflicted on the state by the insurgent group known as Boko Haram. This was the beginning of chaos in a state known as the home of peace.
Boko Haram started way back in 2001-2002 with the emergence of what was dubbed the Nigerian Taliban that assembled in Yobe State in the fringes of the Sahara Desert, where they formed an enclave that subsequently attacked police stations in Damaturu, in Bama, and in Goza before it was nipped in the bud. That generation of Boko Haram were largely peopled by scions of the upper class of the society with an aversion to Western education. That group was headed by Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, in the course of time, lost the leadership of the group to Muhammad Yusuf. And that was how the genesis of the Boko Haram insurgency. In the course of time, yes, the first insurrection took place in 2009. And you cannot rule out the possibility of some political undertones along the way. But basically, the genesis of the Boko Haram are complex, composite, and interwoven. An interplay of so many factors.
On May 14, 2013, then President Goodluck Jonathan declared a state of emergency in northeast Nigeria, including Borno State, along with the neighboring states of Adamawa and Yobe.
And in exercise of the power conferred on me by the provisions of Section 305, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby declare a state of emergency in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states.
This happened after fighting between Boko Haram and the state armed forces killed as many as 200 people in the town of Baga in Borno State. A spokesman for the military declared that the offensive will continue as long as it takes to achieve our objective of getting rid of insurgents from every part of Nigeria. Borno has been one of the most raided states in Nigeria by Boko Haram in the past 8 years. Its 27 local government areas were under siege by the insurgents.
Nobody could venture out maybe for 30 kilometers beyond Maiduguri. Along Maiduguri-Dikwa Road, once you pass Ngom, you are already in Boko Haram territory. Along Maiduguri-Biu Road, the end of Nigeria was Delwa. Along Maiduguri-Mongono-Baga Road, our territory stopped at Tungushe. The only accessible road to Maiduguri was the Maiduguri-Kano Road that was itself subjected to numerous attacks. So there has been a sea change in our fortunes security-wise. 2 years ago, Maiduguri was effectively encircled by the Boko Haram. In fact, I'm not exaggerating. Honestly, 2 years ago, Maiduguri was on the verge of falling into the hands of the Boko Haram because they had effectively encircled it. Boko Haram were in control, partial or total control, of nearly 22 local government areas in the state.
I'm standing right here at the spot in Maracas, where the Jama'atu Ali Sunnah leader wa Jihad, popularly known as Boko Haram, actually started. Behind me is the remains of the mosque that the man, founder of that sect, Muhammad Yusuf, used to worship and used to indoctrinate his followers. Down there was his house, But all these have been brought to ruins by the Nigerian military, just beside a train station here in Marcus. Since the advent of the Muhammad Buhari administration, the military offensive has practically crippled the insurgents, driving them and their leaders outside most parts of the state. Today is a day for celebration in Maiduguri. Everyone is gay and joyous. Even the governor, Kashim Shettima, arrives the scene of the celebrations, which this time is the Maiduguri International Airport. An august visitor is expected. He is someone respected across the state and a colossus in Nigeria's political terrain. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes down the plane to meet the happy but anxiously waiting guests. He is greeted by his chief host, Governor Kashim Shettima. It's no ordinary visit. The Asiwaju is expected to commission projects that have either been birthed and executed before or after the siege on the state by Boko Haram. I join the train and we all go straight to business. Our first port of call is Beni Sheikh in Kaga local government area of the state. A hospital has been built with the latest of facilities.
A friend of mine read the release in London. I said, don't go. Is that not the area of trouble? I said, you are just ignorant. It's my personal friend. I said, well, am I ignorant? He said, no. Because you even did remember that the sandwiches and hamburger we ate in flat in London. Well, the man that is inviting me was part of that. And he has been in the eyes of the storm. Kashim Shettima. It's not just because you are here. You are being a highly courageous, consistent, and highly determined individual. Not just making a difference in our political environment, but facing the challenge of our time, unexpected challenges. Warfares where you know why and the world has faced it in so many instances have been fought and become part of the history. But today the challenges are different. Amorphous shadows are moving and constituting dangers to the welfare, the life of our people. But you stood very firmly in the face of this storm and you continue to resist the hand and challenges of people. Your history is not written yet. Your story is just beginning. I salute your courage. Finding the very tiny dot of somewhere in the eye of storm where there is peace to think, to be able to be a multitask individual. You have to do whatever is necessary to bring up about peace, stability, and so-called to the people. Healthcare is one of the principal needs and the right of our people. particularly facing the challenges. This local government has been in the eye of the storm, serious at times. And the incident here too that occurred recently is enough to discourage people. But you are determined, all of you as a team, as a community that is working together to give the best to your people. I want to say thank you. Thank you for honoring me to come, and thank you for serving all of us in the humanity and this country called Nigeria.
We also go to schools, not just any kind of school, schools that use the modern type of technology, the Kian technology.
Our whole initiative is for the community to own and drive the whole process. And I believe that if you insist on excellence, believe me, more often than not you will get it. And in situations whereby the UBE classroom that they build, there is no even provision for life. You will go to schools without toilet facilities. The BIP toilet, the so-called BIP toilet, I have not seen anything BIP about that toilet. Introducing 1 meal per day, it's not an expensive venture. The projector you saw, they are using those projectors, Kayan technology, to teach in 50,000 public schools in India. And India is not richer than Nigeria. As I have always said, and when you watch the television, you will see instances of schools in war-torn Syria, in war-torn Palestine, in West Bank. You will see that the quality of their schools are much more superior to ours. My heart bleeds anytime I see hospitals in war-torn Somalia better equipped than our own hospitals in oil-rich Nigeria. So this is why I said no. We must strive for excellence. We must insist on excellence. We must get the best, and we are getting the best. We are so far building 20 mega schools across the state. Borno and Nasarawa are the only 2 states in the entire federation that have accessed the 2016 intervention from UBEC. And whatever resources we get, education occupies the cornerstone. Because without education, sir, let's forget about the future. To be a successful plumber, you need to be educated.
Then farm equipment. Our next series of commissionings were homes rebuilt by the state government for citizens of Tamsukau. The joy expressed by the residents says it all. The houses were rebuilt by the state government after a series of attacks on this town by the Boko Haram insurgents. Of course, the insurgents no longer pose a threat, and the people are happy. These are members of the Civilian Joint Task Force in the town.
Look to Boko Haram Ausana Boko Haram come so Chena Luman Ama Wardana, then kill some people, then carry people properties, then burn houses. I get it. That's the only thing we can do.
Now, what role did they play in driving Boko Haram away?
I also do Boko Haram Nalam Kwalza. Then carry rifle and pursue them. They live here. Then carry their knife and stick. Then pursue the Boko Haram.
Okay. So everywhere here is safe now. In Tumsukau, this Tumsukau.
Now I'm about
Karmada Imaba.
now nothing like a Boko Haram for this place again. Now we are sitting peaceful because we pursue Boko Haram out to our states. Now we thank God, nothing like Boko Haram, but the thing where he's paying us now, we have some informers. That is the people where they are seeing something and go and tell that people. There's people where they are sponsoring them to carry fuel or food and go and give them. That is only people where we are need to arrest now.
While the ceremonies are on, I do my independent investigations and visit some of the rebuilt homes. I go from house to house. I meet some of the occupants.
Government gave you this house?
Yes, government.
Government gave you
Yes,
this
sir.
house?
Yes, sir.
Why did they give you the house?
Because my house is a Boko Haram destroying. Last 2 years ago, 2 shop. Last 3 years ago, I get more than 3 million naira. Because now I don't get single 10 naira. But not said governor come and at the time tell me they give me house and some money and food. Complete. Just now I get food inside in my kitchen. Too much. I'm very happy.
Okay,
Sir.
so how many people, this village,
This village Tamsukau.
Tabsukau,
Yes, sir.
Boko Haram scattered everywhere?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boko Haram. Boko Haram, they complete destroying the area. Complete destroying the area. Kill, facing. Many people die. Yes.
Any of your relation die?
Yeah.
Any of your brother or sister?
My sister died last 2 years ago and my wife, one wife.
One wife?
Yes, sir. Last year.
So how do you feel now that government has given you this?
Already I'm very happy. It's okay. I'm very, very happy. Just I forget everything my program now, last time. Just I forget. I'm remembering something bad and something Boko Haram last time, but I will not sleep for my house. I'm going to inside the bush, sleep inside the bush before I come this year. Already now, no problem.
Our journey continues to more schools, hospitals, and rebuilt homes. But this caught my fancy. It's a citrus and mango nursery. You see, Borno State is a largely agrarian state. But since the insurgency, the state has suffered major setbacks to its farming culture, and food insecurity has set in. Governor Shetima says he is poised to redress that trend. Our journey in Borno is a long one. You will find out more in subsequent episodes of the program. Next week on After the Siege, Borno State Path to Recovery.
This is a quarters that is dedicated for the welfare and accommodation of doctors, so that within the initial period of their engagement, where to stay will not be a problem for them.
We're on our way to Damasak. Now, Damasak is, I hear it's about close to 200 kilometers away from Maiduguri. It's one of the towns that was attacked by the Boko Haram insurgents, and from what I hear, the whole place was leveled. But the state government has begun to rebuild Damasak.
Our questions for the week. When was Borno State created? What is the slogan for Borno State? Send your answers in text messages to 5 lucky people will have a chance to win 5,000 naira worth of airtime, any network of their choice.